Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, talk about the day from hell. Got a toilet that needed to be replaced, and unfortunately, the PVC flange on it is broken. It's not a good thing. It's one of those things that you want to have happen because you can't screw the toilet back down. So I've got some work to do to try and get that fixed. Seems like I'm always dealing with some bullshit. But we have some more good news for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have been lucky. I've talked about this last couple of videos. When you think about the injuries, and injuries last year were devastating for the Cowboys. You know, we lost Dak Prescott week number 6. We lost Tyron Smith early in the season. We had so many players that went down. It was freaking ridiculous. Even Zach Martin went, down. Joe Looney. The whole offensive line was decimated. You could see that Zeke Elliott wasn't anywhere close to where he was. Typically, it was just bad on the injury front all the way around. Well, this year, we've had a lot of injuries, but they've been kind of staggered, and they haven't been the season-ending type, where somebody, tears an ACL and they're gone for the season. More than anything else, we've had COVID cases, and it's been good because we've had younger players get valuable playing time and experience, so we have some depth. So the good news that we're hearing right now is Tyron Smith yesterday was limited in practice. Practice yesterday was more of I won't say walkthrough, but a fast-paced walkthrough and stuff. He was limited, but they said he looked good yesterday. Today, they're planning on putting on a full workload. This is the big practice of the week for the Cowboys. They view Friday as a recovery day to get you ready for traveling on Saturday, and of course for the game, so that way you're as fresh as possible. And if Tyron Smith is close, I don't know if he'll play this game or not, but if he's close right now, you got to think that he will be ready for the playoffs. And in my mind, here's why I'm looking at this. If he's not really close to being 100%, where you're not worrying about doing more damage to it, you may not want to play him. You don't want to get another setback right now. We put it out there and it's not quite ready, and we go back to square one, head to the playoffs. If there's any doubt in your mind, you set him for one more week, and then you play him a little bit against the Eagles, and then you set him, and you're ready for the playoffs if we are, to stay the number 2 seed, because we're, of course, depending on Kirk Cousins to win against Green Bay a second time in Green Bay. That's a tall task, but they're fighting for their playoff lives. Another bit of good news is Zeke Elliott says that his leg is 1,000% better than when it's been for the last 6-8 weeks or so, and he feels like by the time the playoffs get here, that he will be 100%. And truly, you need him to be 100% because it's playoffs. It's been a long season. It's been 17 regular season games. This is the 18th game. And when you start talking about having 18 games, that's a long time right there to be taking that pounding week after week after week. Can you imagine if the NFL had gone to the 18-game season? That's just been, I just don't know how they think that the bodies will be able to hold up for that. But then again, I guess they don't really care, because it's all about the money. So the Cowboys, unlike most teams that have lost guys for the year, they've got back just about everybody on the roster that they looked at and said, that guy's a starter. That's crazy. That's almost unheard of. And hopefully it bodes well for the playoffs. Everybody, of course, is saying the Cowboys will be one and done because of what they've done in the past. But I dare say that this team is totally different than any team that we've had in a long, long time. This isn't the 2000s Dallas Cowboys that we've had. This is more like a 90s team. In fact, I equate this to partying like it's 1995, because we have not had this kind of depth across the board on this team in forever. In the past, when we've lost Tyron Smith, we've gone to a Chaz Green, and the whole offensive line has been discombobulated. In the past, we lose Sean Lee, and all of a sudden we're giving up 100 yards more on running, teams running the football. This team has lost key players. We've lost DeMarcus Lawrence for 7-8 games. We've lost Randy Gregory for 3 or 4 games. And it hasn't skipped a beat for the most part. Yeah, there's been some up and down games, but you can look at anybody out there and say they've had up and down games. Hell, Green Bay Packers scored 3 points against the Saints to open up the season. Hell, Tampa Bay got shut out against New Orleans. And you could look at the Bills. They got shut out, only scored 6 points against the Jaguars. And I can go ahead and say the Cardinals got beat by the Lions. So this whole narrative that teams are inconsistent and things like that, it's bullshit. All I can tell you is the Dallas Cowboys in the month of December, the key month in the NFL, are 4-0. And they're getting healthier because throughout most of this 4-0 run that they've gone through in December, they've been missing players. And now that you're getting them back, watch out, y'all. This is going to be good. So, I'm going to get back here, deal with some bullshit, see if I can get this flange repaired, and get this toilet put on, and get back out to the workshop so I can get some work done. No Thursday night football tonight, but at 5 o'clock, I believe it is, Eastern, they'll be announcing the 15 finalists for the Hall of Fame. And hopefully Darren Woodson and Emerson Walls are 2 of the guys that are finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we got to start focusing in now on Kyler Murray, talking about the Dallas Cowboys were ass. See if they can get after his ass and make him eat those words. Yeah. Oh, one other thing. Friday nights, we always have our live stream, 9 o'clock Eastern. And we will tomorrow night, New Year's Eve. But also, I haven't figured out if we're just going to extend that all the way to midnight, or if we'll do an hour, take a break, and then come back. But either way, we will be toasting in the new year, hopefully with you guys. And channel members, you will be able to actually zoom in onto the call. So that way, we can all toast and hear what we look forward to and so on for New Year's. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, just got to keep pounding away at it. I'll see you soon.